We are Katy Trail Team Red, and this is our presentation, See Something, Say Something. Our team is Zachary Morin, Natalia Newsom, Sarah Kate Davenport, Nikhil Raj, and Ava Tiku.
A little bit of background about the Katy Trail. It is a 3.5-mile walking and biking trail running through downtown Dallas. It offers open-air access, non-vehicular transit, recreational commuting, and community use. It also provides vital green space for mental health and social well-being, promoting healthy lifestyles. A little bit more background. Despite the Katy Trail's popularity and accessibility, safety, particularly at night and in isolated sections, emerges as the most significant barrier to equitable and consistent use. This stems less from statistical crime data and more from perceived safety, which often has a stronger influence on behavior. Some concerns that arise are women, elderly, and persons of color report increased feelings of vulnerability and fears of harassment, poor lighting, and lack of safety infrastructure. Our charge was to offer evidence-based solutions to enhance both real and perceived safety, ensuring that the trail remains a popular space for all in Dallas.
So in order to collect this information, we had to use a variety of methods in order to get statistical data. The first thing that we did was set up a survey on the Katy Trail. This was an in-person method of collecting both qualitative and quantitative data. Next, we did personal interviews with individuals that we met on the Katy Trail. This allowed us to get a better understanding. Although these weren't documented responses, it allowed us to truly understand the issues on the trail. Next was an environmental scan, where we walked along the trail both during the day and at night to get a true perspective of all times of the trail. Next was crime heat maps provided by Dr. Eric Bing. These heat maps showed us an accurate method of tracking crime around the Katy Trail. And lastly, it was Placer AI data provided through geofencing techniques. This allowed us to get an accurate estimate via cell phone data of everyone using the trail. Looking at our results, we notice immediately that the Katy Trail is pretty safe. We can see in graph number 1 that 95% of the people we interviewed believe it was safe during the day. In graph number 2, we can see that slightly less people believed it was safe at night. However, most individuals did not feel extremely unsafe. In graph number 3, we can see how concerned people are with crime on the Katy Trail itself, with the majority of people believing that they were not concerned or concerned very little. Lastly, in graph number 4, we can accurately see what data and what time of day people were using this trail. All of these results allow us to develop the assessments as seen below.
Yeah, and so basically, like as emphasized by the data provided in the previous slides, perceived like safety was a big concern when it came to like the Katy Trail, and some of the things that people have said when it came to like walking on the Katy Trail was that like homelessness, like unleashed dogs and dark lighting, especially like during like the night were things that made them feel like less safe. And if there was one thing that could like make it feel like more safer is that there should be like more lighting like during like the trail. Like some parts of like the trail like during the night are actually like well lit, but some parts are very like hard to like get through because of how dark it can be. And so like that's some of the things that we heard from some of the respondents, and uh that's some of the things that we wanted to address in the solutions too.
As for our first solution, we would like to propose lighting. As Zach said, we did our surveys on the Katy Trail, and 60% of our survey participants did say that inadequate lighting did make them feel less safe at night. As you can see in this picture, that this is how ideally we would like the trail to look at night, but a lot of times there are extended areas that do not look like this, and therefore we propose to put lightings, which would include low wattage LED lights with motion detectors placed in prioritized areas, and this would include trenching and electrical outwork provided. We propose a rough estimate of up to 80 light poles spanning over the trail. As for our second solution, we propose QR scanning. This would play along with the light poles. We would only propose around 50 spanning over 2 miles of the trail. This would allow access to all existing trail signage and mile markers. It would design uniform and weather-resistant QR panels with mile marker specifics and Friends of the Katy Trail branding. It will be a program of responsive landing page with 3 emergency access buttons: call, location, and report. And then for our last solution, and most importantly, we propose that the Katy Trail should implement the app called CSAY. It already is in areas of Deep Ellum, DFW airports, and in the DART areas. We believe it's needed because, again, 68% of users do want real-time alerts, and there's especially from the population a high concern from solo and female trail users, because the only current way information is being spread is through word of mouth and signs, which has been proven to not be effective. We believe that the benefits would be immediate impact. It would be very accessible and easy to use, and it will strengthen the community-wide safety. The app is very easy to use. It's user report issues, and they get alerts in real time. That's it. And this is just an example of a QR code if you would like to be, if you're more interested in the CSAY app.
And lastly, we have our budget. On the leftmost column, we can see the recommendations, including the QR code, which would cost about $75 to $120 per unit. This would be on 50 signs spanning the entirety of the Katy Trail. Next is the motion activated lights. This would be about $800 to $1,200 per unit, about 80 total poles, again spanning the entirety of the trail. And lastly, we have the CSAY app, which would be roughly $11,000 annual due to the fines of using the app. Thank you.